Chinese state media, Xi warned Biden against playing with fire over a possible trip to the self-governing island by the U.S. House Speaker next month. China considers Taiwan part of its territory and has called on Washington to abide by the One China principle. Nancy Pelosi has yet to confirm the trip, but if it goes ahead, she'll be the highest-ranking American politician to visit the island since 1997. Well, our White House correspondent, Kimberly Halkett, joins us live. So, Kimberly, a fiery phone call, apparently. What more do we know about this conversation?
Well, what we know is that there is right now no change to U.S. policy. The United States is sticking firmly to its one China policy. In other words, that Taiwan is a part of China. But where things get murky is that under U.S. law, there is also an obligation of the United States to defend Taiwan. If it is attacked in any way, that is something that it would be obliged to help support. And so that is why there is a bit of a diplomatic problem for the United States if Nancy Pelosi were to visit the island, and the potential that there could be some sort of military confrontation, given the fact that right now in the sea surrounding the island are not only the Taiwanese military, but also the United States military and also the Chinese military. Now, in terms of the phone call, there was a very strong word of caution by the U.S. president to China's President Xi Jinping that any sort of effort by China to try and absorb Taiwan or to in any way try and obtain the island by force would be strongly discouraged. In fact, the U.S. strongly opposes any unilateral efforts to change what the United States calls the status quo or undermine peace and stability across the Taiwan Strait is the message that was conveyed by the U.S. president. So both of these leaders really sending a very strong message. But there's no question that there are major diplomatic tensions around this issue. And in the midst of all of this, a big question mark, too, about the plans of the House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. She appeared before reporters today but said nothing about her travel plans. She is scheduled to travel to Japan, Singapore, and Indonesia next month. There is no official schedule to visit Taiwan. However, she was planning back in the spring to do so. She dropped that from her schedule due to COVID-19 and concerns about coronavirus. And there are rumors that she could add that trip to Taiwan in the upcoming visit to Asia next month.
All right, Kimberly Halkett in Washington, D.C. at the White House there. Thank you. Now, Einar Tangen is a senior fellow at the Tainhe Institute. He says China isn't bluffing when it comes to Taiwan.
The red line is Taiwan itself. If the U.S. somehow encourages Taiwan to believe that they can be independent and that the U.S. will protect them, aside from the fact that it's not possible, even by the U.S. best case scenario, yes, China would go to war. I'm certain of that. The sentiment here is this is part of their land. It's written into their constitution. No leader of China could walk away from Taiwan and survive. And since this is a one-party system, it could very well be the end of that.